In China, it's not truly a festival without some kind of food. And no experience in China is truly complete without jumping into the festivities along with the locals. Then, and only then, can you say you've truly felt China in your stomach and in your heart. So surely it must be no coincidence that China's main festivals are held during the full moon. Now the next significant festival on our culinary calendar is Zhongqiujie, or Mid-Autumn Festival. After Spring Festival, it's the biggest of the Chinese festivals, and many of China's population will return to their hometown to spend the time together with their families. In this way, it's got a lot of similarities with Thanksgiving, insofar as families will give gratitude and express their appreciation for a bounteous harvest and a full larder of delicious foods. However, for Chinese folks, turkey is not the food of the festival. In fact, for Autumn Festival, the most popular food is the mooncake. It's so popular, in fact, that many affectionately refer to Mid-Autumn Festival as Mooncake Festival. And I've got one of these little fellas right here. It's actually one of my favourites, so I can't wait to get tucked into it. But the mooncakes are very distinct because they have very individual designs on top, which gives it the kind of very creative, mystical appearance. But this one actually says "奶油椰子," so it's milk and coconut. So I actually already know what's in there, but most of the time it's a surprise. You can eat it with your fingers, which is great. And you break it open, so it'll be a little bit dry, but very sweet most likely, and quite crumbly. Oh, it's okay if you make a little bit of a mess. It's a fun time. It's a festival. So for all of these different aspects, it's a very popular gift, and a lot of manufacturers are constantly thinking up different creative ways to make their mooncakes more original and more distinct. Now, in winter, the biggest and most important of all the festivals comes along. You can probably guess it. It's called Spring Festival because it marks the end of winter and also the end of the year. But most importantly, it gets warmer because it's the beginning of spring. And what's eaten? Well, everything. It's the time when most deign to commit to exercise and weight loss once the celebrations are over. But the symbolic food is wrapped up in a sheet of pastry and is known as jiaozi, or dumplings. The dumpling is the food of the Spring Festival. Oh, and I happen to have some here. Now, I don't think I'm going to get any vinegar to go with it, but you can have it with or without vinegar. Personally, I like it with vinegar. Some people take it with a little bit of spice in the vinegar too. So you can see this one's got pork and carrot and sweet corn inside of it. But actually, dumplings themselves can have an infinite combination of fillings. They can really be any kind of savoury food, usually a vegetable with a meat or egg combination, but there's actually no limits. This embracive, possessive quality of the jiaozi is very representative of Chinese people's belief in not just tolerance, but inclusivity. There are really no rules on what should go into a dumpling, just as there are with people. So, Now everyone takes part in wrapping up the dumplings, everyone eats the dumplings, and it's all done together as a group, as a household, as a family, as friends. A really significant and satisfying form of social gathering that brings everyone together. Now folks will fill their family tables with all kinds of dishes. Anyone who can cook will most likely cook and contribute something. But most certainly everyone must eat their fill, and when they're not eating, they're making paper cuttings for hanging on the windows, perhaps outside setting off celebratory fireworks, or visiting the temple. Whatever, Spring Festival is a very lively, connected time of year. My name's David, you're watching Open China. Thanks for joining us today. Don't forget to check out Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. Hit subscribe and like if you like. And don't forget, keep it open. See you next time.